Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the ASOTV podcast for Supernatural, Season 12, Episode 7, Rock Never Dies. I'm your host Mike, and joining me is Dom, and Kim, and Nikki. I got one high, I got a bunch of head nods.
I tried really hard not to yell ass butt in the middle of the intro.
Ass butt!
Oh, that was great.
You should have done it anyway.
Yeah, you should have.
You really should have.
Because I forgot that Cass did that.
I started laughing and I was like, oh god, I should have done it. I'm like, no, I won't do it.
How many seasons ago, and, it's still just as funny.
It's the best part of the episode.
I want to say 8 seasons?
It was
ago?
season 5, but yeah.
Yeah, it was...
That made my night, watching that.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally was the best part of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dom's taking a second.
I was just like, geez, that's forever ago.
Mm-hmm. Forever ago. So, Lucy got the band back together. And I wish that was more ominous sounding than it was. No, he got Vince Vincenti's band.
Lady Heart.
Yeah, Lady Heart back together. Apparently it's, supposed to be like hair rock.
Dean's favorite.
Oh, God. Dean wanted to murderify
so
Sam.
mad.
I'm listening to a podcast. It's called the ASOTV. You guys ever hear of it?
Yeah. I in my head, I was like, it's us, man.
That's what Sam's listening to. It's a history podcast.
A history, it's about, like, whatever the hell he said it was about.
I don't remember.
I love Dean's face, like, oh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, sure, bullshit. But yeah,
I mean,
apparently Sam likes their music.
well, we've kind of been aware of this since Vince Vincetti, since Lucifer took over this douchebag, that Sam was a fan of his music.
Mm-hmm.
We've known this for a while.
Yes, we have. So, Sam's looking for answers. Dean's playing Scrabble or Words with Friends with Mommy Dearest and losing terribly. I just had to point that out because I giggled.
Well, he used the word twerk.
Yes.
Twerking.
Twerking.
Yeah.
For how many points? Is that even a word? Yes, look up in the dictionary. And then,
Did you notice the letters that was sitting on his screen had
Lucifer.
it was Lucifer? Yeah, if you put them in order, they would have spelled Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they were hinting at something.
Oh yeah, you think?
Hmm.
Think? That's not
Maybe?
foreshadowing.
I don't think Dean got the hint very much.
No, of course not. Why would Dean do that?
He was too distracted by the 98-point word squelch that Mommy, destroyed him with. But
At least she's getting the handle on the technologies.
mm-hmm. I just think it's a little one-sided. She didn't even know what a cell phone was last month.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take long to
Just
figure it out.
beat me.
Well, Scrabble isn't, old. Like new. I mean, it's it's kind of a timeless game. People have been playing that for years. I'm pretty sure she knows what Scrabble is. To learn how to play it on the phone doesn't really take that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I loved the 2 amateur Satan worshippers doing their little summoning ritual.
That was so cheesy.
And, the guy said this, it came out of one of Lucifer's caches, or one of his tombs.
It's Crips.
Oh, crypts.
Lucifer has Crips?
It's like, he has crypts?
MTV.
The guy, the guy that was kind of heading the summoning ritual was named Adam, and I was like, why would you do that to me? Why would you say his name and not actually give me Adam? You assholes.
Because they had to.
No, they didn't. They just ran out of names. They could have called him Bobby, but they're not going to call him Bobby because Bobby is dead.
They could have called him Steve.
Exactly. They could have called him something that we don't call
Jacob.
him. Dick.
Any
Call him anything. Anything but Adam.
ass butt.
Kevin.
Call him Kevin.
Call him Kevin.
Oh my god.
We don't have any other Kevins.
No.
Not anymore.
Mm-mm.
I was waiting for Lucifer to show up and have some clever, witty one-liner. I was a little disappointed, but I mean,
He just
I felt the
didn't
very
wanna
beginning
be-
of the show was slow. Like I felt like the whole beginning of the episode was very slow.
it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucifer used that artifact. That was the center of his ritual, whatever the
Yeah.
hell it was.
He was no longer Aquaman after that.
Mm-hmm. He looked more like a non-green swamp thing. Like, give him some seaweed and stuff like that, and holy shit, you
It's
got it.
true. I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
He was surviving down there, so.
Yeah, he was. And he healed his vessel. Temporarily.
Hmm.
Not gonna last long, but it'll do.
It would have lasted longer if he wasn't using his power left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so did anybody else get irrationally annoyed at his PR rep lady?
No.
I don't know why, but she just bugged the crap out of me.
That's how they are.
I guess.
Yes.
Like, Yeah, PR reps. That's exactly how they are.
It was, Lucifer that annoyed me. Because,
See, I was totally expecting, because, what was it, season... What is it, season... We're in what season right now?
12.
12.
Okay, so 11. So yeah, it was last season. There was, with Amara, there was a kind of, there was a mention of Lucifer when he said something that when Amara was defeated, that he would go to LA and solve crimes, right? And that was kind of a joke because of the TV show on Fox called Lucifer that's set in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I was really hoping for some references to that show in this episode, because here we are back in LA, and the only thing that we had any mention to was Dean. Right? Dean mentioned that they were in LA like about 10 years ago for a vengeful spirit. And I went back and I looked, and the last time they were in LA was in season 2 in the episode Hollywood Babylon. So that's probably what they were referring to.
Oh, yeah, that was the episode that Dean got way too into Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. With the actors.
Hellhazers 2, I think it was.
Yes,
Or
that's the one.
some-
I remember.
Yeah, they're making some stupid horror B movie, and Dean gets in as a production assistant, and he's, like, actually doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that's what he was referring to in this episode. But I was kind of let down that there weren't more Lucifer references.
I'm just tired of Lucifer throwing a Daddy Left Me fit.
Yeah, he was
because-
thrown into the tantrum.
Yeah, and it's just like, we have the boys doing their thing, which is old, and we've had it since season 1, and we're all tired of it, and we're tired of Lucifer having a tantrum, because he's been doing that ever since we met him.
Yeah, he reveals his master plan. He doesn't have one.
There was a lot of parts really made me cringe. I don't know, when he had the guy stab himself with the pin in the throat. I was I don't know. It's just the very I'm just eh.
I mean, he killed off the band. He had the music agency guy or whatever stab himself in the neck with a pen. He had a groupie carve his name, Vince Vincenti, into her chest.
Oh my god,
Didn't
that girl was
didn't miss a letter.
crazy. Girl was crazy. The moment was just oh my god, you looking literally she was looking at him like she wanted to eat him. I mean, that was just.
And I don't know, just this whole episode seemed kind of weird, even though it was, no side plots, no 5 different things happening or anything like that. But, Cass and Crowley are going to distract Lucifer. We'll be able to buy you, 4 minutes or something like that. Meanwhile, Sam and Dean are out there just not doing shit I mean, yeah, I know they're in a room full of Lady Heart groupies who are all excited and psyched out to be there, but I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I can't describe it. Like how I felt about it. It was just
I've
weird.
been very actually I've been enjoying the season very much so. Like the episodes just seem to flow correctly, and they, nice amount of, story and sideline and just humor and everything. They're doing really well. And then this episode comes out and it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? Were you good writers on a break or something? Because
They fell asleep.
they must have, because this was not as good as all of the rest of the season so far. It kind of brought it down. And I kind of get a feeling that they're trying to build something up for Lucifer, because that he's playing around because he doesn't know what to do, and that he's trying to test the devotion of the humans because he needs to rebuild himself because he's still not good.
No, you're looking for too much of a story into this. There is no story, and that's the point. That's what this reinforced, that Lucifer doesn't have a plan. There is no plan. He does not have a master endgame plan. He's not testing anybody. He's just sick of it all. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do for fun, and that's the end of it.
He's trying to fill his daddy issues. He is trying to fill this. He literally was talking about people in the void. It's his own void that he's trying to fill. This just like he's got abandonment issues.
He's appeasing his boredom.
He's trying
and his anger. He's like a troubled teen. He's going through his teen, angst phase. He's in his room blasting, metal, whatever, and we saw that a couple episodes back, and we mentioned that's what he was in.
I currently just rewatched season 4, and I'm halfway through season 5. Like, I'm rewatching, and he's been angsty from the very get-go.
Mm-hmm.
All the stories you hear from Gabriel and Michael and Raphael and Cass, you hear all these stories, and from the very beginning, Daddy didn't give enough attention, and he wanted to rebel about this and this and this, and
angels' lifespans are much longer than human lifespans, so their angsty teen years last much longer.
They're
but you know what? Before he was badass. Right now he's just cringy.
He was very methodical before, and now he's very unpredictable, and that's what's going to be more scary about him in going into the future of this.
Well, I don't know what he's more badass and less just.
I mean, like at the very beginning, they mentioned the British men of letters. And then the rest of the episode happened, and I completely forgot that was even a storyline, because it was just, I couldn't. Like,
it's intentional. They want you to forget about them right now. Because
it's like you thought that was going to be the overarch, but it looks like they've quieted.
No, it is. It's still going to be the overarch. It is. This is just the distraction. That's what this is right now. Because we see a couple episodes ago, what was his name? Mr.
Ketch.
Mr. Ketch. Like, he's still doing stuff. He's still cleaning up their messes. He's involved. He's following them around. So when they can't do what they need to do, that's when they're going to step in.
But you see, they're not going to get involved with Lucifer. I don't think they're going to get involved with Lucifer. I think Lucifer is too much for them.
It probably is.
They're too scared, is what it like. I don't know.
It depends on how far it goes. Right now, Vince Vincenti, whatever, barely on their radar. They don't care right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Lucifer goes in and starts attacking more prominent figures that I think is when you'll start seeing some action from them.
I have a feeling they're going to bring in some sort of government, like almost the president eventually, because...
That's what I was thinking. They're going to go that direction too.
Yeah. Just the way that Lucifer was talking.
The only way to go up is...
Yeah, he seemed like he's got big plans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now that he's done this and realized, there's just this little guy and he has so much devotion from people. What if I take a bigger figurehead like the president and see what the fuck happens?
Well, that would be interesting.
Two things I have to bring up. One is I love the buddy cop duo between Cass and Crowley, and I will feel remiss if I don't mention that this episode.
Cass like hates him. He's like, doesn't shut up.
And meanwhile, Crowley just seems to stand there in complete silence. He doesn't shut up. He's
What?
not saying
Okay.
anything.
He has all these connections in LA, Crowley, and haven't any of them heard that he's been kind of ousted from hell? I mean, yeah, he still has his powers, but there's other people now. Like, he's not really a big player anymore.
Maybe not. I mean, the talent agent was kind of just, or the, music producer was kind of, I don't know. It seemed like they had a mutual beneficial deal. Crowley's, keeps him in business and gets him well paid.
Think about
and...
Crowley was a
Crossroads demon.
Yeah, this guy.
But it doesn't seem like a Crossroads deal though.
No,
it seems like
this. Yeah, it's not really.
Seems like his connections, his typical connections.
Yeah.
He blackmailed the guy. This guy's gonna do that, and Lucifer's got way more dirt, on this guy than Crowley ever will have, and Lucifer is supposedly more powerful than Crowley.
True.
The guy doesn't know every detail that's going on with Lucifer right now. He just knows he's Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that the producer knew that.
No?
No, I don't think so.
He would not have threatened him like that if he would have known.
I think the deal was.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Pretty much, I find people who are desperate. They sell their soul to you, and I get the 15% off the top.
Yeah, I have no clue why he didn't do what Crowley wanted when he clearly knew the location.
Mm-hmm.
About money.
It was probably a money thing. Yeah.
I'd be way more scared of Crowley than Greedy. That's just me personally.
In my head, I would be way more scared of someone I know is an actual fucking demon than an aging rock star who's going to pay me a lot of money. No matter how hyped his and his band's comeback tour were.
And it wasn't even that big of a deal. It's like, I'm going to tell you a thing. It's because he didn't want to lose him. That was the whole thing. I don't want to lose him.
I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him. It's like, I will tear you to shreds with my pinky nail. Is pretty much, something Crowley can do if he wanted to.
He doesn't even have to use his nail. He can just look at him.
Mm-hmm. But,
one less eye now.
Really, that's that. Yeah, he's one
That's
less
true.
eye. He got the crap beat out of him.
I'm sure it'll heal, but it was just...
Oh, it'll heal. But it was
I just love the fact that Cass didn't heal it when Cass technically could.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think that's the whole point.
That's why I loved
Crowley
it.
got a lot worse of a beating than Cass did. Cass, it barely phased, it hurt him, but he wasn't, bugged up.
Yeah.
Well, it's personal between Lucifer and Crowley.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
Cass still feels responsibility for it, but Lucifer has more of a thing against Crowley than he does for Cass,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does. So, Nikki, you guys said, that Lucifer might go for someone in government, maybe, like the president or something. It's almost as if you read the synopsis for next week.
Really?
Which is...
I actually didn't.
Mid-season finale.
Oh, God.
It's called Lotus. Lucifer's search for power and influence in a vessel lands him in the White House. The President of the United States unknowingly makes a deal with the devil, leading Sam, Dean, Cass and Crowley, and Rowena to band together to fight the Dark Lord.
Oh my God.
All three
Wait
of
a
you
second.
just fucking
Wait a
called that.
second.
Or
What
you-
is the name of the episode?
Lotus.
Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it?
I should, probably.
President of the United States is POTUS. Lucifer of the United States.
Lotus. Oh, no.
Lotus.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's clever. I wouldn't have put it together like that.
No.
Yeah.
See, I'm Canadian. That shit goes straight over my head.
Yeah, it makes sense for you not to get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a
I
fancy name
love
for
that.
your leader. It's PMC.
Love that.
Prime Minister
Yeah.
Canada.
Mm.
Lotus.
I
You
know,
know,
it's Prime
to be
Minister
honest, if we didn't just deal with like one of the biggest controversial elections of all time, probably wouldn't have put two and two together. But because of all of the political stuff that's in my face, POTUS is just on my mind
You
right
see
now.
POTUS on
Yeah.
every other news article.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
that is not a connection that I expect anybody to make right off the bat like that. But that is clever. I like it.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Any other year, that would not have been a connection people would make right off the bat. But I like you just said, Dom, after this year, yeah.
It was well timed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's something I'll never forget now.
Yeah,
It's
right.
tied to Supernatural. It's going to be in the vault.
It's in the vault. Is there anything else you guys want to mention? It was
I want to know who the president of the United States is.
his
I mean,
And
they
they
did
said-
mention David Chisholm.
guest star David Chisholm.
I have to look him up now.
Me too.
Yeah,
I want to see his
do-
face.
do a quick look-see. Look-see live.
Not what I was expecting. He looks
Me
almost
neither.
like ew, I don't know. Not really.
The daytime soap opera.
One
One
life to live is what he's most famous for. Okay,
He was on iCarly.
another show I didn't watch.
Well, that's because it's a Disney show.
Mm-hmm.
I
One
thought
life.
that was Nickelodeon.
Yeah, he's done one-offs, or like
Castle.
with the exception of one.
Oh.
Yeah, he did a one-off.
he
on,
was,
He's in American Horror Story Asylum. He played
Asylum.
Jim Brown in the Anne Frank episode.
so he was in one episode of that. The only thing he was in a lot more than 2 episodes of was One Life to Live.
because they're like on forever. And they don't die.
At least him and Jensen Ackles will have something in common.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I just watched that episode
I know you
today.
did.
he was on Charmed as well. Micah.
Oh god, I haven't seen Charmed.
Oh my
until
god, I watched. Yeah, no, I haven't Charmed in ever. I was like,
It's that's a show that starts melding and meshing together after you watch a couple seasons, and
And
then
I had never watched Charmed before her and I met, but considering her mom rewatches the whole series every 4 months,
every once in a while I'll sit down and watch the entire series.
every time I have visited their house, at some point, a Charmed marathon was going on in the living room.
It's like
It's
coming to
easy
my
show.
house and not seeing
And this is
Impractical
since-
Jokers on the TV.
True, you're right. But this is since we met 6 years ago, all the way up to the last time we were there this summer. Okay? Every fucking time.
It's easy to put that on and just like go do shit.
Every single TV in my house, the default channel is True TV, and they're almost always running an Impractical Jokers marathon. So,
Mhm.
Hey, if it's your most popular show, air the shit out of it.
and I don't care how many times I've seen those episodes, I could watch them over and over and over again.
I believe every time I walk through the city, my eyes are just like
Where are they?
I'm looking for those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I've started doing it too.
Especially in the Staten Island Mall. They like to hang out there a lot.
Oh, good God. So yeah, that's our show, I think.
Yeah, we went completely off topic
In
because there wasn't
Supernatural.
really that much to talk about this
Related
episode.
news. Yeah. Dom, where can they find you?
Find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Kim, where can they find you?
On Twitter, the HUFFITY for you FFITY.
Nikki, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter as well at LadyVenom24, LADYVENOM24. And I have a question. Is this next episode the mid-season
Yes.
finale? Okay.
So we're gonna have a break, or is it just keep
Yeah,
going?
we'll have
Yeah. I don't know if I read it out. I think I had it written, mid-season finale. I don't know if I actually read it, but it's in there.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitter at Thilladrin. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. A lot of midwinter breaks coming up.
Yes.
I am
That's
sad.
what happens when the midwinter.
Yes. So you won't be seeing our lovely faces
No,
here and
but
there.
midwinter break and it's technically not winter for another 2+ weeks,
Well, it's snowing in a lot of places, so you know what?
including
Yes,
here at the
I
end of
know.
the week.
It snowed here today.
Is
It rained here today.
Keep it away.
Thank you all for watching.
Ass butt.